Hey, Science, how you doing? So I was gonna use the Angelariums today, but I forgot until like mostly through the end of that last reading. So I think I only got three of y'all left. Libra, apparently. Let's see. No, I did Gemini. Capricorn. No, I think I did Capricorn earlier. Let me bring up the sticky note. Yeah, I did Capricorn first. Did I really not do Libra? I really thought I did for some reason. Hey, welcome back. Let's see if let's see what Siri gives us. Hey Siri, roll a D12.
It's two this time.
Two. Taurus. Taurus hasn't been done yet. Okay. So, oh, Venus. Venus is getting neglected. Libra ain't done. Taurus ain't done. Venus is like, excuse me. So who's left? Taurus, Libra, and Aries. Aries hasn't been done either. Oh wow. So I'm gonna give this a few shuffles, and I'm gonna close my eyes so I can't see who it is. And I'm gonna pull before and after Asmodel. Is Asmodel the angel of Taurus? There are two angels of Taurus. No, those are angels of the mountain. I'm thinking of the angel of the mountain. I'm gonna pull before and after the angel of Taurus. We'll give it a 3 cut. We'll say this is the spirit. We'll say this is the mind. We'll say this is the body. So let's see, where are you, Taurus? Turiel, angel of the mountain. Where is Taurus? Libra and Aries. Look at this. Libra and Aries separated by this angel in the night. Maybe I'll do Libra and Aries together. There's Pisces and Leo. Okay. Taurus, there you go. It is Asmodel. Asmodel is the angel of Taurus. I was right. But I confused it with Turiel, angel of the mountain. Matariel, angel of rain. Rimph, angel of time. And the colors seem fairly similar. Maybe not. But they're both sitting, watching, waiting. Taurus, you're in the spirit. Look at these. Look at these. Look at these. Okay. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised with where all the rest of these are. So I'll read Asmodel. Asmodel, angel of Taurus. To stay steady, enjoying a moment of reprise is not selfish. A breath that takes us back to our center is essential. We must respect the anchor that holds our feet to the ground. When we do this, we wield a strength that can push back against the spin of the world. Asmodel is there, the embodiment of the focus and dedication we hold when we make a commitment, a moment of clarity grasped in a closed fist. To its right, Rimph, the angel of time. The ocean pulsed, pushed onward, beat by beat, marching forward, they die upon the beach. And with each stroke, the sand pulls upon the stones, polishing faces smooth. So it's the Rimph talking about the beach with the angel of rain. O lonely fountain, bless us mortals that dwell beneath you. Let our gratefulness abate your sadness. Let our prayers reach you, lonely Matario. We seek your embrace. We beg that you may stretch your hand so we may praise your generosity. O great muse of rain, O sustainer of life, we patiently await your blessing. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Where are we going with this, Taurus? Awaiting the blessing of the angel of rain on one side. I don't get So this is Rimph, Angel of Time. With each stroke, the sand pulls upon the stones, polishing faces smooth. That's something that happens over time, right? Pushed onward, beat by beat, marching forward, they die up on the beach. I was always like, ooh, that one sounded a little grotesque. But I think it's talking about the waves. Because, they go up onto the beach and then they just sort of, well, maybe some of them come back a little bit, but there's an element of water to both of these. Liquid time. Ooh, Taurus, I don't think I'm ready for this. I don't know where to go. Why do I feel like I have a spread about time or liquid time? I'm pretty sure I don't. I could build one, but I don't want to build one right now. A moment of reprise. I'm going to look before. Oh my gosh. Oh, girl. I don't think this deck is accessible. One second. I don't think I have this in an easy to reach place. Because it's talking about dying on a beach and a moment of reprise, it makes me think of Ran and I can't remember her husband. And the watery underworld, where it's like actually really lit. You don't have to come back and fight again. And you don't get sent to hell. So, you know what I mean? Which I'm sure is fine, but I've heard she's kind of cold. So, not everyone is a fan of that. But man, I don't have that deck. Oops. What? That deck is actually is it right here? Yeah, it's literally right here. I mean, I still gotta dig it out, but this is doable. I just gotta pull out a million other decks. I should go for the Tarot Apocalypses. Ooh, I'm getting into all the cards I don't know today. Oops. And I'm going to take this deck as it is. And we're going to go from the bottom. I'm looking for Ran. Or who's her husband? When I see his name, I'll know it. I think I'll know it. I'm pretty sure I will. Oh, well, here's Ran. I was going to say I'll go for whichever one comes first, but Ran came first. I think it starts with an A. Let me see. Maybe I'll find him too. If I can recognize him as I flip through these cards, then I'll pull him. If not, then I won't. But I'm pretty sure it's not Gear. Was it Gear? I'm like, it's not Gear. But I'm like, well. Njord. That's who it was. Both of them. I'm pretty sure it was Njord. I'll have to look him up and see. So we're getting all watery Taurus. I guess the south node, north node is in Taurus right now. The first of the sixth realm. That's the fourth. The first of the sixth. Hold up. Or is he the sixth of the first realm? Oh, he's the sixth of the first. I always forget if I did the realm first or second. Was I wrong? Oof, I was wrong. Hold up, let me. Was it Igear? Let me find Garan. She's the fourth of the second realm. Oh, girl, if it was Igear, I'm gonna be so sad. Where's her husband? Why am I like missing his name? Wife to Igear. It was Igear. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I ended up pulling out a whole. I looked. I was like, see, I told y'all. Sometimes I'll see something. I was like, oh, I know it's not that. It was. It's Igear. Am I going to keep you anyway? I'll keep you anyway. You don't matter, but apparently I was meant to be dumb and make a mistake. Not trust my first mind and intuition. I was like, it starts with the A, I think, and I go past Igear. Oh, it's not Igear. Okay. All right. It was. So I got stuff on the left of the clarifier and stuff on the right of the clarifier. To the right of the clarifier with Rinth Angel of Time is perpetual desire and feminine intellect. On the right side, it's during the doorkeeper, navigation, and Odin, omniscient, wisdom, poetry, and language. Super interesting how it's feminine on the left and masculine on the right, right? So on the feminine side, we're talking about erosion, right? With sand pulling on the stones, polishing them smooth. And we're also talking about the waves dying on the beach. With the masculine side, there's a different kind of thirst, asking for the blessing of Matario. What's interesting about this is, though, it's that oh lonely fountain, bless us mortals. It's like, well, how do you know that Matario is lonely? There's this very grand assumption here. Ooh, Taurus. Maybe I should have waited to do this until tomorrow. All right, give me a second. Because it feels like it's something that the feminine has always desired, that she has to use her intellect to get. And it's something that the masculine, I don't know if he's always had it. It's gate kept by the masculine because we have the doorkeeper. Feminine intellect, masculine wisdom, feminine desire. I'm going to read Durin. He is the first in the sixth realm, which is probably what the dwarf place. That's not, what is it? Dwarfhammer? Tvergheim. Durin holds a high position among dwarfs and is sometimes named as the king of dwarfs. You got the king of the dwarves and the Allfather. No door can keep Durin. He can pass through any gate or door and enter into any secret or hidden compartment. Nothing is hidden from his view in the realm of dwarves. That is a remarkable gift in the labyrinth dwellings of the dwarfs, which is full of secret treasures and ancient compartments. Durin is the only one who fully knows the entire realm of dwarves and all of its secrets. He has full knowledge of the realm, knows its ins and outs by heart, and can move freely within it. Therefore, he commands it. His presence in the spread indicates the seeker's ability to navigate a complex situation. It might be of an economic nature or something to do with housing, real estate, or renting. Durin's presence brings insight in economic matters and budgeting. Odin is the first of the first. Oh, they're both the first of their respective realms. Well, Odin is the Allfather, and Durin is the king of the dwarfs, so not too surprising there, right? Odin is the most powerful of the Aesir. He is the all-seeing and can shapeshift and take most any form. Odin is one of the first gods created out of Ymir's armpit. He is a force of omniscience, transformation, and wisdom for the seeker. Odin, like many gods, holds animals in his service. The two wolves, Gary and Freaky, and the ravens, Hugin and Munin. He rides the flying eight-legged steed Sleipnir across the sky to Utgarder. Odin has treasures like Gungnir, his spear of courage with runic inscriptions, and Draupnir, the regenerating magical ring. For the seeker, Odin's presence in the spread means advantage from all levels of life, from nature herself. His ravens are his eyes and ears, and his wolves are his force of implementation. His giant eight-legged steed is his passage between the worlds. He is one of the few beings that moves freely around the tree of life. He enjoys the advice of Mimir from Jotunheimr, to whom he offered his eye, leaving him famously one-eyed. Having Odin in the place of Ausgarder is the strongest possible position for the spread. Whatever the seeker wants to achieve has great prospects with Odin placed in the realm of Ausgarder. Odin is a major god, a god of nobility for the seeker. His influence will always indicate that the seeker has the ability to look at a situation from all angles and have an overview from a position of power. Odin works for the seeker, and very few cards can weaken his influence. If Mimir accompanies him in the spread, the seeker will have strong guidance and advice. Odin has many names, manifestations, and children, most notably the two sons who live in Ausgarder, Thor, the god of thunder, and Balder, the white one. The favorite of Ausgarder and loved in most all the worlds, Balder. If any member of his family shows up in a spread close to Odin, it's an even more positive reinforcement of his influence. The card comes with healing, wisdom, poetry, and the command of language in the runic alphabet. It comes with magical support. One could say supernatural support, particularly if Freya is in the spread, because she is the one who teaches magic to Odin. The only card that can potentially weaken Odin's influence in the spread is the card of Muspel, the leader of the enemy army during Ragnarok, depending on the placement in the spread and the cards around him. He ain't got no family, he ain't got no enemies in this spread. I feel like maybe I should pull around that here to see what this is really supposed to be. You know what I mean? Now I'm almost feeling like Taurus is Matario. Like maybe there's something that Taurus has come into a certain mastery of that others are seeking potentially. I mean, I don't know if Taurus is necessarily known to share, but why people Taurus I feel like Taurus making people beg for it. I keep getting fish now. I was complaining about never getting any fish. That's like 5 fish in a row. So we have the first on the left, the third and the ninth on the right. Njord is also the first of his realm. Is that Midgard? No. Hold up. No, he's the sixth. He's the sixth. I got confused again already. I literally already made that mistake because I'm looking at Durin. Alfrun. Alfrun also has movement. Both of those have an energy of mobility too. Mm. Alfrun is the fifth and the third realm. There's the seventh. There we go. Alfrun is the queen of Alfheimer. So we got the kings on one side, and now the queen is on the other. Yeah, I got Swedish fish and friends. I didn't think the bag was mostly friends. It was mostly friends, so I was like, I miss the fish. I was like, I didn't even know they had friends. Her name means the rune of the elves, a symbol of the light elves. According to folklore, she is said to live in an area on the border of Norway and Sweden in the summers, but resides in Ausgarder for the winters. So she travels between Midgarder and Ausgarder, an indicator that she is a goddess close to the heart of the common man. She is said to know all runes and be a master of runic language and magical stabs. In the spread, she indicates the ability or the need to look closely and calmly at the situation at hand, to read between the lines, to observe if everything is as it seems, or if there is a feeling that something is missing. She sound like why can't I remember the name of that room? I mentioned it all. Flusa. She sound like Flusa. It is helpful to call upon Alfrun when a mixture of rational thinking, intuition, and an open mind is needed in a given situation. Having the knowledge of the runic alphabet makes Alfrun a formidable ally in any given situation, and Alfrun never works against the seeker, no matter her placement. Even if she is placed in Hel or Muspelheimer, she shines a light of wisdom and intuition on the place. Okay. And then we have the seventh of the ninth realm. Not is the personification of the night in the Eddas. She is the daughter of the giant Narvi. She was first married to a man named Naglfari, similar to the name of the ship that carries the hordes of soldiers, sons of Muspel, to battle during Ragnarok. She had one son by him, and later married Anar, which translates to other, by whom she had her daughter, Jurth. Finally, she married Dellinger, and by some accounts, she had her son Dagur with him. Dagur is the personification of day, but it is not entirely clear if Dagur and night are actually mother and son, or if they are siblings or even lovers. The sun and the moon, Dagur and Nat, and the night and day are all entities in the mythologies and are easy to mix up due to the many and inconsistent accounts of them. However, it is clear that Nat suffers from a perpetual unfulfilled desire, and is therefore placed in hell in the deck. If Dagur appears with her in the spread, he lights up the darkness around this desire, meaning either that the seeker will get what they desire or be free from the desire by other means. So her son slash sibling slash lover didn't pop up, but another one that brings light did. I actually like that because it feels like it gets not to, like Alfred asks not why she desires what she desires, or like what she, because I don't even know if not necessarily knows what she desires, or if it's just some unfulfilled longing. It feels like the light of Alfred, however, gets her to the root of it. That makes me think of the, is it Hirsyth and the Archeo, which I think was like a Swedish word for longing for something and you don't know what it is. Longing for the thing that you don't know why. Now I'm going to go back through these and pull before and after Aegir, the one I was supposed to do, to see if there isn't some kind of truth that he would hold that is missing here. Because I pulled the wrong cards. I pulled the wrong cards. Sif, another female on the right, and Verdandi. Ooh, mixing it up on the left. Okay. Verdandi, the Norn of the future. It's interesting that Verdandi appears here because Odin is here. And Odin can see things. Sif is earth, fertility, and family. It's the fourth of the first realm. Verdandi is the second of the eighth realm. And then I'm going to read both of these and we're going to see how this fits in to these stories. The second of the eighth? She a Muspelheimer? No. The seventh. That's seven. Sorry. I'm like, hold up. Something about that don't seem right. Wait. The seventh realm. This is inconsistent AF. I think I messed up when I was doing these numbers. She is the seventh of the second realm. Did I switch this up while I was doing it? Where is Verdandi? Oh, that's a 3. So I'm looking at this, and I'm like, is that a? I've read VII. I think it's III. Oof. Maybe I made it a 5, and then I was like, oof, that was supposed to be a 1. And I just made the line thicker. So in the third realm, she is the second. The second of the third realm, Verdandi. She's right here. Verdandi. Verdandi is the weaver of our future web, the thread of which is constantly influenced by the seeker's actions and influences. The attendance of Urdur, Verdandi, or Skuld in the spread urges the seeker to take an existential look at his or her path, depending on which one of the sisters appears. In Verdundi's case, she holds the thread of the future. She reminds the seeker to take destiny in their own hands. The web of the future is constantly being spun and can be altered by our own actions and disposition towards the future. While Verdandi is surely while Verdandi surely is in command and can weave in elements that are out of our control, we too weave the web of our future along with Verdandi. With our present actions and decisions, we influence the web. The card of Verdandi reminds us of that. So the card of the future is coming out under these two energies that were all about being able to travel, being unfettered, unlimited, having both of them like have a sight that is the best in their kingdoms or in their respective ways, right? They can see what is hidden, they can see what is secret, they know the ins and outs, and because of that, they move freely. And then that's coming like under that, the truth of that energy is the future. So under Matariel, angel of rain, the giver of life, the sustainer of life, it's an energy of like, or it reads like, Taurus, what are you giving your energy to? What are you sustaining with your energy? And how is that impacting your future? And Taurus being the Empress, being fixed earth is a very like fertile, very abundant sort of energy. Very fecund, as Russ would say. And it's like where your energy goes, abundance flows. I don't know if this is a doorway because it feels like Durin is very versed in his realm, but Odin is versed in all realms. So it almost feels like an outside opportunity or an opportunity that might be coming your way that nourishes you or prepares you for the next thing. It's like it pours into you in some way for you to then pour into others. And so for Taurus, it's a time to get really clear on what it is that you want and to understand why you want the things that you want. It's time for you to get clear on your motivations. Sif, the fourth of the first realm. Excuse me. Sif is a major goddess of Asgarder. She can be seen as a personification of the fertile farmed land, as her husband can. She is wife to Thor, god of thunder, life, and fertility. Her name means family, and she is thusly associated with family and marriage. She has one son named Uller, who might be Odin. Ul. Wait, is that different than Ul? Because I know they said Ul might be Odin. Odin had many names and many manifestations. It's fine. I can't immediately find it. Um, from a previous relationship with Njörður, father of Freya, she is famed for extreme beauty and grace. There is a story about Loki cutting Sif's beautiful hair off in malice, and Thor wanting to kill him in a vengeful rage. Loki makes amends by having new golden hair made for her by the incredible crafts of the dwarves Brokkr and Sindri. Her hair is associated. Brock, is the R silent in Sindri? Because I know it's Brock. I think it's Brock and Belor. Anyway, Her hair is associated with the fertility of the earth, with golden fields of corn and plants. Her presence in the spread represents a good and strong family bond and a happy and prosperous family life. If she is accompanied by her husband Thor, the prospect of fertility is greatly enforced. I wonder if this is what Not desires. I wonder if she desires a family. Because it sounded like she had a few husbands and she had a few kids. But I don't know if she ever really found family. She was what she's in the ninth room somewhere. She's like the seventh, I think. Oh, here she is. The seventh and the ninth room. The personification of night, daughter of the giant Narvi. Hmm. There's an eclipse energy here because it's like night longing for day, but night and day can't coexist because if the sun is out, it's daytime. If the sun ain't out, it's night. There are in betweens. Now, if you live in a place where it can be day at night by the clock, that's still daytime, right? And so I say it's an eclipse energy because a total solar eclipse is a moment where we can have night during the day. And it's like a fleeting moment. Hmm. Taurus, what is this? Mm. We got kings, we got queens, and then sisters and wives. But like everyone is in a different realm. The first realm, the sixth realm, the seventh realm, the first realm again, Seth. The third realm and the ninth realm. Oh, so that's Odin's daughter-in-law? Question mark. The wife of Thor. So there's some family. Mm. On the right side, it's just an energy of deep desire, but it feels like I think it was like Hirscythe or whatever in the Archaea. It feels like a desire that's been held for so long that like Taurus doesn't even know why they desire it or they don't even remember why they're so drawn to something in the first place. Honestly, It does feel a little past lifey, like it could be, just because it feels like the longing runs so deep, but it's also so mysterious. And then with the like, it's Rimph, Angel of Time. Again, like erosion is not a quick process. It takes a long time for wind or air or sand to erode something and to polish it smooth. Hmm. Well, the good news is it seems like someone, somewhere, something, somehow, you are going to be gifted an opportunity to find your way to whatever it is that you're seeking. With all of the freedom of movement between Duin and Odin, and with the future being woven in Verdandi, and how our actions and decisions and disposition towards the future and the present affects the weaving of that tapestry. We participate in the process. Hmm. So I guess for Taurus, some deeply held desire could potentially be met soon. But it feels like with all of that freedom and stuff, it's going to require um, it's going to require maybe you to do some things a little differently. And you have Uranus in your sign right now. That might be helping you do just that. I don't know what this is, Taurus. At least I don't generally. I mean, I think it is generally that. So just be open to it, I guess. And again, I think it will be helpful because with this, like, I don't even know if you would be able to like know what it is specifically that you desire, but there may be things that you want that can help you sort of like pinpoint or build up the energy of it, right? So even if you don't find out what the thing is specifically, like let's say, because family is here, right? So maybe it's like you desire having people close to you, and it's like if you aren't already a parent, then you're desiring like wanting to like invest in someone, like maybe you're, and then you're like, oh, I think I want to have a kid or a baby. You know what I mean? Or like if you are starting to desire like wanting to spend more time with people and grow closer and blah blah blah, it's like, oh, maybe you're desiring wanting to like reconnect or rekindle your relationship with some family members, or you know what I mean? Like maybe there are going to be elements of the thing that you desire that you can pick out, so that when an opportunity comes your way, at least you have like a few things to go off of on whether or not it would be like the right next step for you. You know what I mean? And it's just like as far as you know, right? You don't got to know everything. And maybe in the engagement with those things, there's going to be something that you remember from a time long ago. All right, Taurus. Well, I guess this is it. Maybe this is at North Node Uranus when Mars conjuncted Uranus Moon. It was like Uranus Moon North Node that was conjuncting. And then Mars at some point is going to conjunct Uranus and the North Node. And then Uranus is going to retrograde. So it's going to be going in the same direction that the North Node is going. So it's going to be like, hold up. Let's stick together for a little while longer still. But with that energy being in Taurus and with the energy of something that's long forgotten, it feels like something it's not even overgrown, because there was an overgrown energy recently. It feels like something that's been like paved over or like built over. Almost like, I mean, if we're talking about erosion and stuff like that, it's like how like things just naturally sort of like fell on top of it and settled, and now it's like layer and layer and layer after all this time. And it feels like Uranus is going to help, break the earth, maybe reveal something, some lost treasure or something like that. And so with the message of Asmodel, it's like if you do hit a little bit of a lull, it feels like it's okay. Just be where you are and the thing will happen, or you'll notice something. It's like when it's time to move, be ready to move. And until then, just appreciate where you are. If you can. I'm going to get the final card for this one because I'm like, woo! Woo! I don't know. Maybe if you into like QHHT and stuff like that, or the Akashic Records or something like that, and you have a practitioner that you can trust, maybe seek out their services. Like past life regressions and all kinds of stuff like that. Maybe you'll find something back there. Or maybe something that was lost and some life is going to return or something. I don't know. I put all of these in upside down. Lords. Lord have mercy. Let's see if I can't find them. Put them up right. I thought there was another one. But maybe too, there was like a dream that you had. There she is, Alfru. Maybe there's a dream that you had a while ago that again you forgot about, but there are still things that you desire because of that dream. And maybe you're going to get an opportunity where, like, you go back and you make it happen. 1 second. What? I know it was was it the Rhine? I saw that was like getting dangerously low or something like that. And then it was like fires in Europe. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. All right, Idrisil. Spit us out one last one, please. Watch it be Cavassier. Where are we ending this? Ooh. I don't think that's Cavassier. Nerthus is at the bottom of the deck. Peace and counsel. The card that came out is the third in the third realm. Earth. Present. The Norn of the present. So this is one of Verdani's sisters. Oh, snap. Hey, Ariel. How you doing? Peace and counsel in the present. So just like this card said, right? To stay steady, enjoying a moment of reprise is not selfish. A breath that takes us back to our center is essential. We must respect the anchor that holds our feet to the ground. And maybe it's almost like the more peace we can find and make in our present, the more it's like the more peace we can find and make in our present, the easier it'll be to see that opportunity that leads to the future that we really desire. But it feels like to be in a space of desire is to almost put pressure on things in a way that we take the first thing that we think might sort of get us where we want to go, only to find out that maybe it will, maybe it won't. I'm going to read Nerthus though, because I've never seen Nerthus. Was that the fourth and the second round? Oh, that's the first round. No, Ran is the fourth and the second round. The second of the fourth. Oof. Nerthus is a goddess and giantess closely associated with the earth. Nerthus and Yord might be one and the same. Wasn't Yord the son of Not? She is a goddess of absolute peace and cannot stand the presence of any weapons or indicators of conflict in her path. 2 white cows draw her chariot on her travels, and all weapons must be completely concealed before her arrival. Note that the giant cow Althumla, which nursed Ymir in the abyss, was also white. Nerthus was worshipped and had a cult following among Germanic tribes. She is a goddess to call upon during conflict and does not stand in judgment, but has a way of allowing conflict to solve itself or dissolve it merely with her presence. Some conflict can be left alone to dissolve and doesn't need to be scrutinized or solved with effort. The presence of Nerthus in the spread acts as much a dissolver. Although normally looked upon as a goddess, she is genderless, neither male nor female, or both. If Nerthus and Fjornotr show up in relation to a question of conflict, they tell the seeker to not take action in the conflict, to allow for time to solve it. I feel like that's an energy that's been coming out quite a bit lately. It's just like, do what you can do and don't worry about, like in a few of these, do what you can do and don't worry about the things that are outside of your control, because they'll more or less work themselves out. You just have to make sure that you're in a position to see with as much clarity as you can when the dust begins to settle, or be ready to move when the dust settles. I am exhausted. Overdue. Oof. She said, I'm trying to get done. Well done, baby. Or maybe she just wants to be a Virgo. She's like, I'm a Virgo. Sorry, I can't do this Leo thing. So I'm going to need you to wait a little bit longer. They're not going to like, oh, another fish. Let's go. Are they talking about like inducing you or something? Or no? Are you just going to like keep going? Watch it be like as soon as the sun moves, and she's gonna be like 0 degrees in 1 minute, Virgo. She's like, okay, I'm safe now. That would be hilarious. Well, that would be funny. It's like as soon as the sun moved into Virgo, she came. Make and find peace in the present. Allow. That's interesting. Taurus needs to make and find peace in the present. That feels like it's almost like there's something that needs to happen or occur. I think another sign got that. Actually, it might have been one of the Cancers because there was like 5 of them. Um, where it was like you've done everything that's within your power and capability to do. There's just like something that has to occur outside of you, right? Like maybe there's a position that needs to be made vacant or a position that needs to be created. And then like they're going to be ready to hire you, or there's somebody that is going to move into an area near you and they haven't moved yet, and they're going to be some kind of soul family or whatever, right? And so allow whatever is happening in the present to happen. Not everything requires your input. And it's interesting because, again, like Taurus was feeling like Matariel in this. And maybe other people were asking, like, hey, Taurus, like, get involved. Hey, Taurus, like, can you do this? Can you do that? And Venus is like, ooh, this is my time off. How about you do it? Hmm? How about you do it? Because Taurus already did their part. I don't know. Ooh, I wonder what other transits, like what transits are happening. Where it's like, oof, I don't want to be born during that. I'm trying to get my chart just right. Maybe she wants like a sun. Because if the sun's going to move into Virgo, maybe like a sun trine Uranus. Taurus moon is coming. Okay. I have a Taurus moon. Maybe there's like an aspect that she's waiting for, like sun sextile Neptune or something like that. I don't know. Or sun opposed Neptune. Because the sun will be moving into opposition. She waiting for Mercury to go retrograde so she can have a natally retrograde Mercury like me. Ooh, Leo Sun, Taurus Moon. Okay. Leo Sun, Taurus Moon, Aquarius rising, or what's the other one? Scorpio rising. Put all the fixed sun energy in there. Okay. Who was that? Hold up. Somebody flipped over in here. Hold up. Maybe it was, I guess it was that. I thought I saw like a face up gold card or something, but I guess not. When I have kids, I hope that they are. What sign do I hope I get? Well, my 5th house is in Leo. So they say fifth house is the house of your kids, and I'm like, oh, that's too much. Please, I'm too chill for Leo. Why? Oh, the card said Gemini. I can get down with a Gemini baby. Maybe. I'm just playing. Oh, it just ended. Okay. Well, that was 14 some hours of pure white screen that is over. It happened at the end of the video. I thought it would happen in the middle. So, the Angel of Gemini is what came out, Taurus. The bridge between people is one of the most fundamental aspects of the human experience. The arts, philosophy, and history all embody the way we reach out to each other through time and space. This connection cuts both ways, leaving those most deeply attuned to it extremely sensitive to the world around them. Ambriel does not exist in a single place, but in the hearts and minds of those that truly understand its nature. This is interesting because we had the Angel of Time, and on the other side was Odin and Durin, which were talking about navigating space, being able to freely move through space. And then here's an angel that talks about bridging time space, or how those who are deeply attuned to the connection and the connective ability of art, philosophy, and history to bridge time space, how they're extremely sensitive to the world around them. And it's the sensitivity, again, that aids in navigation. That's how Durin basically is able to maneuver through his realm, because he just like knows everything. So it's almost very like Toph, earthbendery energy, Taurus, but your sensitivity will help you greatly right now. So if something, follow the feeling, Taurus. Follow the feeling, and if it don't feel like it's time to get up and move, then don't worry about getting up and moving. Shoot, you Taurus, you ain't got to do nothing that you don't want to do. Trust me, I'm a Taurus moon and rising. Or maybe that's because I don't do anything I don't want to do, and I don't want to have to do anything that I don't want to do. So, but it's like the angels, like, ain't no shame in taking it easy, taking a breath, a breather, or a rest when you need it, because that's just as important as everything else. And Nerthus said that it might not be the time to take action on something. Maybe there's nothing that you can do to bring something to a resolution and conclusion any quicker, and to bring something else in any faster. So take the break while you can get the break, because when things start to kick off, you might wish that you had rested a little bit more. So with that, this is over. That's over. Thank you, Holly and Ariel, for being here. It's been a minute, Ariel. I will see y'all when I see y'all. Have a amazing whenever you see this. I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality. And for you, Taurus, I hope that you can find a way to attune to the moment. It's a very present, future present energy. So when the iron is hot, you'll know. Just keep an ear to the iron. And when your ear starts to sizzle a little bit, you know it's hot. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Kind of keep your intuitive gates open. And when the doorkeeper, who was that? Who had that? It was Alfrune, right? That had that Flursa like energy. That was like, pay attention to everything around you. Something might not be as it seems. So it feels like it might be very subtle when things are ready. But that's also, it feels like with the Empress being like an energy of pregnancy, it's like there are sort of subtleties that one can notice if they're in tune, where it's like, ooh, it's been a few weeks since like my cycle is overdue, and I'm starting to have these cravings, and I'm starting to get a little nauseous in the morning. Now, for some of y'all might think it's immaculate conception because, you know, I'm kidding. All right, I need to go to bed. Bye.